section of real ass shit you don't want to miss. So stay tuned and go fuck yourself. We in the studio. XRP Army, what's poppin'? How you been?
Man, never better. Being first called out for the strategic reserve got me literally in space right now. I'm on the moon mentally already. We're there. It feels euphoric almost. Be the first one to be shout out. Hey, we're going to eventually acquire you. Now, here's the deal, right? I'm worried about some things there because they could either talk to Ripple and the escrow and it's like over the counter, meaning they're not buying from the exchanges that retail is buying from. Because if they're not buying from the crypto exchanges, number's not really going to go up. It'll just be speculation that the number goes up. Now, you know.
So if they're buying from escrow instead of the exchange?
Exactly.
So number only goes up because it's on the exchange.
Yeah, so I mean,
that's kind of game changer for a lot of people.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people need to fucking be aware of that. Take this word of Tony C and take it to your heart, aka the place to be in your mind all the time. Listen.
Playing with transparency like that, Tony, appreciate it. But that's what we need. Unfortunately, trust is dead. Transparency is required. That is the direction we're headed. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see at least that on the government level, this right here was a global announcement, PSA, to all the other governments out there. By the way, we're creating a strategic reserve for these assets. Now,
kind
in
of
total,
get right before you get left type shit.
Yeah. To be fair, though, let's just announce it. Most people out there, obviously, on the topic are aware. XRP, Solana, ADA, Cardano, we got Bitcoin and Ethereum, all right? So all 5 of those were shouted out. Who cares about the timing
Bitcoin,
of it?
Ethereum,
Yeah, exactly. So
you'd be a fool not to at least have some. If you had billions of dollars, you might as well buy a little bit. Like, if it ain't gonna hurt, you might as well, But other than that, don't strive for Bitcoin. You're better than that.
I mean, I see Bitcoin now at the price level, meaning at its current price, I don't think it's a really good idea if like someone working at the bookstore or McDonald's or Burger Fuck Yourself, if they're only making what they're making, you're not buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now, these are meant for the people that have like 6 figures that they can get in when, it might dip down to like 70, 65,000 maybe this week.
Fine to just hold it for 7 years and wait for it to get back up to 120 after everything else surpasses it.
Yeah, but we have a lot of people that assume that they're wealthy and have 6 figures already and that they're invested, and then they're just supporting it as a base, even though they only own like 1/100th of a Bitcoin.
That's so real.
Like, oh, yeah, I have like $400 of Bitcoin. That makes me a Bitcoin maxi. That makes you just a joke. You need to think way bigger. I mean, look at Michael Saylor, his company that, Michael Strategy, that's what it should be called, is literally holding 499,000 and change of Bitcoin at like $33 billion in value. How'd they get there with that? They're issuing, splitting stocks, and
Buybacks.
Yeah, exactly. They're getting the people to give them money so that they can acquire Bitcoin.
Shit.
And Bitcoin is extremely volatile. I mean, if you look at XRP, you just compare the 2 charts and be like, okay, when Bitcoin moves, everyone else moves. That's because there has not been a decoupling from Bitcoin. Now, you know what's decoupled from Bitcoin is meme coins. Because all they are, once they get that price, rug, they're dead. Flatline. Go bury it.
And those are all on Solana, right?
Nah. Like, XRP has meme coins. XLM has meme coins.
Really?
HBAR has meme coins. It's just that Ripple, Stellar, Hedera, they don't care about that. Now, there's different strategies for, these big guys and gals and people and things to be investing, right? Say you're a company and you just want institutional investors, right? You don't want to be retail at 7-Eleven. Now, it's possible that most of all this technology is just literally adopted in the underground, the wiring and the floors and all that you don't think about. It's going to, we already have money. We're not recreating money. We're just evolving how money works. Money's always changed. That's just how it goes. I mean, look backwards. Hindsight 2020. Money's always a thing. It's money. But whatever money is, that changes. But we still say it's money. So here we are. Let's see. And then we have the crypto summit coming up. Yesterday, 47 drops the 5 different blockchains that will be going into the USA Strategic Reserve. And then on the 7th, this Friday, we have the crypto summit. We know that Trad Garlic Bread will be there.
My boy.
Freaking his scientist, legal scientist, CLO, Stuart Alvarado, he'll be there.
Roddy.
Yeah.
Hey, boy.
So we know that those 2 guys are probably guaranteed to be there because they were at the dinner party, the crypto ball. They have secret meetings. Trump visited them at their headquarters in San Francisco. I mean, and they've been doing this, also visiting White House, I believe, since 2016 or 2017. So, during 45's term, Ripple and the president, executive side, talking. It's all very interesting what's happening right now, and it's all in our eyes and our faces and everything. And I think most people are burnt out on crypto because all they kind of focus on are like the negatives of it.
Yeah.
FTX, the Luna, Mt. Gox back in the day with Jed McCaleb. Now he's a stellar guy.
Gox.
That was, I believe, in Japan, and they just, I think, I don't think got hacked or if they, got hacked and then became insolvent. But yeah, that screwed a bunch of people. It's that right there alone will burn people out over a decade. But here we are. There's real players that people have been paying attention that are actually getting things done, signing contracts behind the scenes, silently building together. Cameraman, can you do me a favor?
Sure, what's up?
Suck my dick.
Well,
No, I'm
I'll pass on that one. But would you pull up the DREC Alliance, DEREC Alliance?
Is this like the BRICS?
No, this is the Decentralized Recovery Alliance, and we're about to see which cryptos actually matter on Earth because they're all working together. So let's see on the website, I don't know if you have to scroll down, but it should show like a list of who's all working together. But basically, let's see here. Go up a little bit. Pause. What's that right there? On the left side. You see all those names right there, Tony? On the left side right there?
Ripple and XRPL,
Bingo.
Ripple, Algorand, Swirls, XRPL, Acor, Bank Social, Blade Labs, Building Blocks, HBAR Foundation, my boy, Revive Labs, the Hashgraph Association, Constellation, and the Casper Association. If you don't have a fucking bag of the Tony's fucking top tip picks, you're probably not gonna make it, bro.
That right there, that's the party you want to be at. That
If
lineup.
we're gonna make it, I wouldn't want to make it with you.
Now that's a real lineup, all right? I'd be there.
Bitch.
So with this right here, what we're looking at, basically, this is like the Elite Four, the Hateful Eight, whatever you want to call them. Like
The penis envoy.
people rag on these coins more than any other coins out there, but they don't understand what's being built silently. And this right here, what you're looking at is a breadcrumb. You have all these blockchains coming together,
Orlando's
mixing it
plain
up.
as day to me. That ain't no fucking breadcrumb.
Well, I mean, you
I
might.
work with bread, man. I know.
Well, maybe
I know
that's
what
a
bread
that's a
does
nice
when I see
slice
it.
then, because that alone tells me
damn low.
I need to get some bags. If you're not getting bags of that, I don't know what you're doing. All right.
Probably sucking and fucking.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Rent's due, whatever.
So real. I ain't never had a more real from a more real guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. XRP is quite possibly the goat of this shit. Some have accused him of being Satoshi himself, but I know better. We went to the Vietnam together, not that time, but just to kind of hang out. And I gotta say, you know what's up, big dog.
Appreciate that. Pays to work in the alphabets. But here we are in the studio. So what do we got next on the agenda?
microphone removal and reinstallation. And then next up, chef, I got a tasty snack. I think.
So other camera. There you go.
Hell yeah.
But if we're following my notes, we might as well. I want to tell you about the Denver airport, brother. The Denver airport needs to be looked into, all right? I don't live anywhere near it. I will never go anywhere near it. But when you're there with your loved ones, fucking watch your shit and keep that head on a swivel, dude. That whole place is fucking spooky, ooky, mega dookie. And I can't fuck with that because personally, shit's gay. But, you know, what you don't want to do is go to the fucking Denver airport, all right? The other thing you don't want to do is get on the bad side of the federal government. And we break rules.
Would you say that this brings any thoughts to your mind, Tony, of the Denver airport?
Murals, yeah, they got a lot of symbolism.
Yeah. You know, they put a lot of them into storage and you can't publicly view them now.
That's kind of crazy. It's
But
almost like people started figuring it out.
A lot of pictures online.
Hey, can you look up the Denver airport mural artists? Because I'm very curious as to what their history is. Leo Taguma and his daughter. Leo Taguma. Social realist murals. Environmental destruction.
Looks like they were kind of inspired by murists like Diego Rivera and stuff like that.
So, can we just Google Leo Tanguma conspiracy?
That deep dive.
And this is how I do most of my research personally.
Don't forget the Wayback
We're
Machine.
gonna look for someone that's into it, you know. Maybe Leo Tanguma Wikipedia actually. Let's see what his DNA reads. How did he grow up? All right. Texas Rosie Anita party.
That's what we got there.
Seems like a real ass dude who would definitely put some subliminals into his messaging. I think.
I believe there's definitely a lot of conspiracy of the Denver airport having a UAP, maybe even some NHI in the skies out
Some
there.
have theorized that underneath Denver airport lies the real Area 52. Some have theorized
Like some DUMBs, deep
Could
underground
even be
military
Area
bunkers.
152. Yeah, like an umbrella corp type shit.
All right, some underground tunnel work.
Yeah, like an ant
Reinforced.
colony, dude.
Maybe-
I see the signals that they drop and they warn us about and they let us know. And honestly, dude, I think after paying attention and noticing things, you know, like why would you have a bronze statue of Denver native Jack Swigert by the Loveland, Colorado orders? George Lundeen. Children of the world dream in peace. To abolish violence. And the other one also shows children who are very sad over destruction and extinction of life. As the second half depicts humanity coming together to rehabilitate and celebrate nature. Tanguma has confirmed that this was his intent. And then they added a gargoyle that talked and ridiculed you because you dared to have an opinion about what might actually be going on out here.
Yeah.
But I think Blue Mustang is the most, I mean, it's the most iconic.
The blue, fiberglass.
It's the most iconic of the art pieces because it killed its creator. Says it right there.
That's just bad safety practice. Can we go on YouTube real quick and just look up the Wilson
Like a
conspiracy?
Ford Pinto gas
Tom Hanks,
container
Ellen.
being impacted and exploded.
Wilson conspiracy?
Yeah. And Tom Hanks, Ellen.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one, dude. The hella crazy one.
I've heard online there's rumours that Tom Hanks is like in a paedophile ring.
Tom Hanks, the other Epstein, dude. I'm telling you, bro.
What's your film base?
This is a Tony Certainly exclusive, and you're hearing it here first. I'm bringing you these guys
Well, you went for now, not too. So.
with the SpongeBob shirt.
Is he on the?
Nah, there's one that's not a bunch of jokesters yapping, and it's just fucking straight to the point. Rapid fire, fucking crazy shit.
Would they say that Tom Hanks lives on the big St. John's Island?
He might, dude. He might be Big St. John himself.
Yeah, I mean, next door to Little St. John's.
Maybe just Google that video. Just Google Tom Hanks Wilson conspiracy video.
Careful where you take your raft and which island you land on.
I'm telling you, bro. You don't want to wind up on, you might get eaten. You might get your ass ate. You might, you might just get fucking.
You're not sitting on Santa's lap on that island, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a whole thing.
This one? Joe Rogan?
Maybe, I don't know. Let's find out.
The Rogo?
At this point. Yeah,
Go
man.
into and you're like, I kind of buy some of this. I want to know what.
Man, Andrew Schultz really fell off since that
That's how the
point.
stock market's fake. Or this is fake. The protests right now, they priced out. They priced out the protests. MIT mathematicians. Really? I think. Okay. But cocaine don't make you gay, bro.
Maybe meth does.
Meth is that good.
Maybe they're just gay.
Dude, this guy.
Doing all this like kids.
This is a good edit.
Oh, that's a good question. Who are they, dude? And how do you get the job? And like, how do you like move up in it? Like you've been really deep, bro. We want to give you a raise. Bro, what do you think about this Tom Hanks as a pedophile stuff? Yeah, and that's why him and his wife, Rita Wilson, have coronavirus and I'm something. I was like, is his wife's last name really Wilson? Like the fucking volleyball? I'm like, what is happening right now? That's the problem. That's how it works, bro.
That's how it works.
You almost lost me, dude.
Or we could be in the Matrix.
That's so real. No, I had nothing to do with anything, but that was valid.
I cannot find the video, Chef.
That means it's true and real. Always.
Tom Hanks probably had the internet wiped.
If the Oracle doesn't know, well, the Wayback Machine might know, but I don't know what URL we would look at. The Wayback Machine is magic. Because if the Oracle has memory lapse or people deleting things, what happens to the Wayback Machine? Do they delete things?
Yeah, kind of on that subject, like Department of Health, the DHS, they had a bunch of web pages that were taken down or they took down after Doge got in there. And now the only way you can access them is the Internet Archive or Wayback Machine.
Okay. And I'm sure people are, downloading, saving this probably off the internet now. I mean, they have to. I mean, with everything going on right now, we're going to have, what would that be considered? Fractured, splintered information, a decentralized internet? Because, I feel like history rhymes and repeats, and, the history of the first internet protocol, you had, like, North America and Europe, and they didn't know how to connect it for a little while or something like that. So it was kind of like, and then you had smaller little networks popping up here and there. Yeah, I feel like we're going through that now in the new digital age. It's new whatever age, the quantum age, if you will.
Think about media. Like, you want to watch a show, so you got 6 different streaming services. Maybe it's on one of them, or maybe it's on none of them, and you got to buy physical media to actually watch it.
It almost feels coordinated, just like rent with all the big property management companies.
Why would they let you watch it for free when they can charge you every time you want to watch it,
True.
or keep you tied into a streaming service?
The FBI under 46 power, they dropped the investigation, or no, they started an investigation against all of the leading property management companies out there, and they learned that a lot of them are just using a similar payment scale of how you increase rent, and here we are. The FBI, yeah, they're investigating it, but now that we have a new president who supports U.S. companies, they might just drop that case, and that leaves us at our level basically screwed because it's collusion. And it's a real deal. It's in the Federal Register. So
Always has been. I mean, it's in the stock market right now. They got mad collusion.
Yeah, so market manipulation and conspiracy to manipulate rent prices across the nation, because all they do is they just have marketing calls with each other. You know, oh, we're just competing. Well, you're competing with just having availability because people can't pay the room, and you're charging as high as possible in your market area to match your competitors. It's just downright, it's dirty. You know, at its core, it's rotten, and that system probably will have a hard reset, or else we're just gonna have it's gonna be Hunger Games out here. Have fun in your district, being broke as fuck, and yeah, one T-shirt every 10 years for you, and good luck. You know, that's a dystopian, you know, future, but depending on who gains power and all that and yada yada, I don't know. It's like kind of like the late 18th century France, whenever they, you know, when they kill whoever, I don't know, didn't they like drop his head off with a guillotine in France in like 1780s or 1790s?
I know they fucked up a lot of people in France with some guillotines. Bro.
Yeah, dude. Check that out whenever cameraman gets back. But man, yeah, I'm pretty sure they. Hey, Charlie, France, 1789.
Who?
Oh,
Who's that?
I don't know. It's the guy that works here.
Sorry, you were saying?
I'll be honest, my bad. I didn't even realize. I thought we paused. Whoops.
I thought you were someone else.
Cameraman.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. 1789 France.
Yes.
All right. What did the people do exactly when that whole revolt and everything? Did they kill the?
Sucked, fucked, killed the elites.
Someone died, and it's.
A mob seized the Bastille, which was the royal prison, killed the governor. The National Constituent Assembly voted to abolish federal rights and privileges. The National Constituent Assembly decreed that the future constitution would be preceded by a Declaration of Rights. And then Louis and Marie were executed by guillotine.
Yeah. So there it is. If you piss off enough people in any given environment, any country, you know, like, yeah, we live in the day and age of, you know, internet connection cameras and all that stuff, and everyone knows what everyone's saying. Eventually, we'll know what everyone's thinking. It's just like you got to keep the population happy to a certain level. You know, I don't think all of our current treats here in America and internationally are going to keep us going, because people are, you know, not making a lot of money anymore. You know, it's not that you need a lot; it's just you need to have your necessities and not be knee deep in debt or drowning in debt. You know, what's the whole point of, you know, being in a, you know, debtor society if it's obvious that it's not working as intended? I mean, we're 36 plus trillion in debt, and that ties into basically everything. We're at like all-time high for credit card debt. Yeah, you got to be very careful, and that's why we're probably bringing a bunch of money back to the U.S., which is then going to harm those people, those countries, those whoever. And, you know, if we look back at the tariffs in the late 19th century with the economy in the world, that basically led to World War I, essentially. It wasn't, oh, Franz Ferdinand, that was just a gesture to get the war started. But if you look at all the economies and everything going on. So I think that it's just another time. Here we are, and people aren't too excited and happy, and they don't have the things they need. It gets dicey, and that's just how it goes. That's history, and people say the same.
Yep.
I can't find it. Close second find it. Just to come to that podcast. Anyways, Tom Hanks, you're safe for today. The next time I find that video, you're cooked. Dude, honestly, pretty high for the fourth world industrial complex. So not a bad idea,
Yeah, Playground
Robots.
4.0.
Robots, goon caves, new tag, cheaper shit. More
Is fourth
expensive.
world above first world or below third world?
It's below third.
Okay.
So
But-
first, second, third,
But
fourth.
the bed is comfortable and the TV is cheaper than it was.
Okay.
So, theoretically, depending on their priorities, it could be better.
All right. So let's see. So we're in obviously very volatile times. We have economy, things continue to get cut.
Extremely homoerotic times.
Yeah, man, I got the measles up some places, like hands, hopefully, nothing else. But yeah, it's like 2 breakouts of measles or some, Texas, somewhere else. It's we're watching the slow decay of the old world, and we're going into essentially like a new world. And here we are. We're in the gray area right now. Third to the fourth industrial revolution, and yeah, it's like you can make a lot of money in it if you know what you're doing. But at the same time, it's like a lot of people are going to get screwed because most people, they don't even invest in anything. They just believe that, oh, no, investing's not for me. And I'm like, but that's literally American society. Like we've had Philadelphia, 1794, I believe, was the first stock exchange. And then they had to open a new one in like a year or two, 1796 maybe. I don't know. I'm very close to those years, but they went from Philly to New York because back then you're on a horse in the mud. It takes a long time to transfer financial information from Europe of what they're doing in their markets. So it's like, I don't know. Just going back in history, looking, thinking things are evolving rapidly, and we're in the transition. What do you do? Do you make money or do you not make money and just end up like District 9, getting a nice little shack tent, or do you want to at least have a house and settle down a little bit?
And that's why we say, get a bag, sit on a bag, wait for the bag. That bag gonna be super dupe one day, and you're gonna say, oh shit.
The bag of the future, essentially, a bag of generational wealth. Could also secure like your own identity, even like the digital identity.
The Dgtl.bizkit.
Yeah, I mean, Dgtl.bizkit, Biscuit News Network. These are going to be things of the rest of our lives. I mean, these are things that people will be studying 10, 20 years back. They'll be like, wow, this studio had it figured out. And we're here, live with you, telling you some truths, but not advice, not information that you're going to use in your own life. These are just goon stories that we like to share. They're fun, they're healthy, keeps your mind good,
None of
endorphins
this
high.
is real.
Yeah, man, it's just a matrix.
Unless it is, then I'm sorry. You fool. Listen, maternal and child mortality, that's big. That's big. Okay? But, what's bigger?
This could be one of the biggest things possible. Finances are about to get a whole rework, and well, honestly, it feels like we're like in that silent, the last night,
I think we're the next silent generation.
It could be, essentially, in the digital age. I mean,
I see millennials being the next silent generation.
it could happen just because we are stuck in that the transitionary period. Like, say, people born today, and they become 20, 30s, their 40s, that's going to have enough time where if they inherit a bag of XRP. Like, you better put in a trust, because who knows if they're going to be mature enough to handle it, because they're constantly looking at phones. You know, it's a big problem right now. Some schools want to ban phones in school. You know, it's...
Let me tell you, bro. They're cooked. It's over. It's never been more over. New generation, if y'all don't lock the fuck in. I mean, I got lucky. I got to do this shit until I was a little bit more grown, but had it happen when I was your age. Woof. Don't get caught slipping in the turning lane. It's Dgtl.bizkit.
Biscuits forever, man.
Biscuits forever. Bitcoin for never.
That's a fact. Waiting for that nice rug.
Pull the rug, you'd be like slippity sounds from Scooby-Doo or whatever. Wile E. Coyote type shit before he runs off the cliff.
Yeah, and that bottom of that cliff is $0, probably debt,
Zero.
and a lot of regret.
Hella regret. Yeah, ain't no more Italian sandwiches with extra OV on the side and hella onions. You know, when you're that broke.
That's true.
Poor bastards.
Man, when you're going
At
from...
that point, you're eating McDonald's and you're fucking sucking dick for rent money. Not
Or
that
you're
there's
cooking.
anything wrong with that. It's just not for me.
I mean, they could be cooking, you know, be in the kitchen or their industrial kitchen.
Yeah, they're cooking. They're fucking cooking some trash over the fire, trying to stay warm in the cold winter.
I hear that charred rat is not so bad if you get hungry enough.
Charred rat?
Yeah, if you're hungry enough, you'll eat that. So good.
I mean, it's better than poop.
That's a fact.
But let me tell you, all right? Let me tell you about our other sponsor, okay? We're bringing to you Old School. This show's been brought to you by the U.S. government. Federal and or otherwise. Me, Satoshi, Tony Hunt. Fuck Tony Hunt. Cameraman, Blue Man, Kentucky, Nintendo Man.
Got that new guy, Bitcoin Mafia.
Yeah, Bitcoin Mafia, Larry Fink. You know, Tony C, Tony Hunt, Tony Adamsley, Tony Kensington, Tony Morales, Tony Ubuntu, Tony Discover, and Tony Phillips. You know, we just thank you, you know, for all your tax money. Appreciate you guys. And you know, hopefully USA comes back and we can really up the value on this thing, huh?
Flip the switch. That's what we need.
Flip the switch.
Yeah.
What switch would you flip?
I'm talking a decade plus of building. You know, with this technology, H-bar, they haven't been around as long, but they are literally, they're
So
like
a 10+ year
they're
switch?
on the vertical climb of adoption and getting shit done. I mean, that's insane what Hedera Hashgraph is doing. Now, they don't have the network that Ripple built. That's the only difference. And they don't have an escrow like Ripple. Like Ripple, as the enterprise, right, they don't issue XRP. That's a Bitcoin maxi hallucination. So you have Ripple, but then you have XRPL, decentralized, but it's the first blockchain to have its own DEX, decentralized exchange. Bitcoin does not have a DEX. And it's going to probably take another 50,000 years for those Bitcoin guys to figure it out. You know, unfortunately, spoon feeding season's over, and it's real shit now.
Yeah, for all you fake ass bitches and hoes out there, it's real shit. Really fucking real shit.
So, you know, like, here we are. You know?
ISOs only, use case only, accountability only, transparency only. All right?
Check this
Get
out.
fired up.
Check this out. Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
can be ISO 20022 compliant. How? It gets tokenized on XRP, and XRP then gets to move that
Can
Bitcoin.
you believe this?
That's probably how Bitcoin and Ethereum has a future. They have to rely on the next generation in the technology. That's the way it is. Now, maybe that's why we have all these big companies buying all this Bitcoin, because they understand the future. They're talking about it. They're building about it. They're silently doing things with each other, to each other, all that.
Hey, yo.
So if that's true, which, you know, here in the tinfoil conspiracy field.
Whoa, truth field.
Oh, okay. The truth field, you know, requires a suit of tinfoil armor. But once you acquire that and have enough money for enough tinfoil for that, you can join.
You know, aluminum is actually more economic and a little bit better.
Oh, you know, I'm just saying, man. A lot of people have like $8,000 for beautiful tinfoil, you know? That's the problem. You got to layer it a lot. Because then it'll deflect those bad, tickling cuck thoughts, BTC thoughts, you know? You know, eventually you'll learn. You'll be like, oh, shit, I should have had a basket. What am I doing? I don't have a basket, guys. Oh, I just went all in.
Tickled cucks are utterly cucked and done for.
But yeah, so we're about to see some very exciting things in the crypto space finally. I think that the digital Wild West days are they're coming to a close. I mean, things are wrapping up.
Is it too late to make a massive fucking bag?
I mean, honestly, I say that majority of the world, they're already priced out of honestly owning a ton of XRP right now, because we don't know what the price will be, and we also don't know what the passive yield, safe yield products will be created. We're about the next 12 months. It's already in line. There's been announcements left and right, you know, ripples around the world. They're working on like, I want to say there's like 70 plus CBDC projects out there that they at least get to advise on or build on. Damn. So if a ton of the world is already going on CBDCs and some of the world's going on stablecoins, like here's the deal. If we would have had the 46, if he would have continued or had his VP show up and become the 47th, she already had $10 million in XRP, you know, thanks to Chris Larson. People online, you know, they yap about it.
CL's a shitlib.
But, you know, Ripple knows how to play the game, you know. They're just going to play all sides, and it doesn't matter, you know, it's a roulette table to them. That's all democracy is now. You know, you're just going to place chips how you want, and if you have enough chips and you don't care, you burn some of your money and you don't care about it. You know, great. But the future was always XRP. You know, it's literally going to tokenize all value. You know, if you want to move a 6-pack of beer around the world imported, it's probably going to be on blockchain one day. And it's going to be obviously on the highest compliant, highest regulatory scale. And obviously that's what we're invested in, because that's what the adults in the room are invested in. You know, it's the day and age of memes and all these other niche projects. They need to zero in on what they're doing. Obviously, I think the memes are probably out the door very soon once regulations drop. We know that stablecoin regulation will be first. It's a little easier. And also the application, for example, like RLUSD. RLUSD was built on the XRPL ledger. Even though you're moving that stablecoin on the XRPL and you're not moving XRP, XRP is still involved because there is a burn with transaction. Now, when that gets in the trillions, that's XRP also getting burned per transaction. Like, I'm pretty sure we're already at like 10 million or 100 million XRP burnt. And we haven't flipped the switch yet, meaning the whole network of the world that Ripple created with the XRP rails just direct connect. You know, the fiat currency system, it looks like a crazy, all these lines everywhere between every country, and they have to go through intermediaries. And, you know, that's why we get paid every 2 weeks. It's not because it's a business practice or anything like that. It's just the fact that money moves slow as fuck. and to do all the ledger work and accounting work with human beings and all that stuff and auditing it, make sure it's correct. That's why we get paid every 2 weeks. But here we are with the bedrock technology. We're like the Stone Age of blockchain, but these technologies are going to be a part of the future. I mean, we're talking Ripple, probably a 100-year company easily. Hedera, easily a 100-year company. It's, yeah, unless we all decide that in the future technology is going to go to zero and we just want to go back to hunting with stones and sticks, you know, I don't think we're doing that though. You know, I'm pretty sure we're moving forward in this, the 4 IR, and then guess what? There'll be a 5 IR. I don't know when the hell that drops, but things keep on moving forward and changing.
Cameraman, can we look up when a 5 IR drops?
I don't even know what the hell that would be. Would quantum be the first technology of that?
And when will the 5th Industrial Revolution pop off? Yeah, it seems like we're not there, but it will emphasize the well-being of multiple stakeholders, including customers. So I guess when they start valuing customers,
So it's like a hypothetical theory at this time.
cobots will have collaborative robots. As soon as we have robots that can do human work while humans sleep, we're 5th Industrial.
Remember when we took that trip down to Florida? We had
Yeah.
Florida guy with us, Florida man, and you know, he took us to that hotel that has
He's crazy.
those big R2D2 security robots that roll around.
Yeah, he used to have some really good, yeah.
Yeah, so he showed us a robot that took a security man's job, or security woman, or security anyone, but now it's a security robot.
Did it take the danger out of the job or just eliminate it completely?
I have no idea. I'm sure that person lost some hours though, and they lost some pay, and they lost a little financial freedom because the robot never sleeps, but it needs a charge. So I guess that's when it's sleeping, but it's not really sleeping when it's charging. It's just stationary.
It's just bugging out.
Yeah, man, just getting that zap on, you know, getting some juice, filling up. Now, what happens with when we have like the self-driving car services roll out everywhere?
Self-driving car services roll out everywhere. We're looking pretty damn bad.
Do you think any Uber, Lyft drivers might be a little tickled about that? They're going to do anything maybe? See any spicy headlines?
I'll be cooked. I think most of our self-driving stuff is going to be in less population-dense areas. Airport taxis, freeways, commuters.
Waymos are currently deployed in San Francisco and LA.
Oh,
they
wow.
they do select routes, but
There's a lot of cameras on that bitch.
well, it's got to see everything around it.
It's crazy. So it has very specific routes that
Yeah, it'll take to
Studied
like points of interest,
extensively.
and I believe the airport.
good.
My LA source didn't take one. So.
And Tony Hollywood fucking slacking again. Fucking asshole. And fuck Tony Hollywood. Tony Hollywood's alright, but he's a fucking prick, dude.
Is he the guy responsible for some fires I heard? or
Fucking West
something?
Coast cocksucker. Nah, he was supposed to report on him, and then instead he just fucking jacked off and then was bitching about some guy who, like, a fucking Cybertruck he blew up in fucking Vegas or some shit.
Oh, damn. All right.
For weeks, Randall White has been dealing with a persistent and annoying problem right outside his San Francisco condo.
So I was like, where's that coming from? I looked down, and I was like, I think it's coming from the Waymo cars.
This parking lot full of driverless Waymo cars has had multiple incidents where suddenly the vehicles become confused and start honking all at each other. White says he heard it for the first time
Confused?
about 2 weeks ago after he was woken up around 4 a.m.
Why are they honking?
Again, and again, and I started thinking, well, this is an issue.
White isn't the only one who's had issues with the noises either. Several people who live in the buildings nearby the parking lot
Oh, no
have also
doubt.
had similar
The AI became sentient.
2 weeks.
Got upset.
More times overnight than I have combined over 20 years.
Russell Povsky lives in a building adjacent.
Fucking
to the
womp womp,
He says
dog.
the honking incidents have happened at random times during both the day and night, and have started to take a toll on him.
I could not be more cranky today for a Monday after these past 2 weeks. It's
Fucking womp womp, bro.
really.
You live in San Francisco. Who gives a fuck? You know what you signed up for?
Reached out to Waymo about the issue.
It's a miserable place to live.
These
if you
Hollywood
broke.
motherfuckers did. I can't stand it.
We are aware that in some scenarios,
When smart cars came out, people were flipping them like cow tipping. They're just tipping smart cars.
I'm
When
gonna
they
bring it back.
process of implementing a fix. White says
need Andre the Giant for that.
honking seems to have gotten better.
Nah, I just need 3 guys who can do like a
Tells me he's still
250 deadlift.
vehicle company.
Just rock the car and throw it.
Yeah.
And so I was all about it until the honking started. And all I really want is resolution.
In San Francisco, Jim Johns, ABC 7 News.
Hell yeah. That's one way to piss off everyone in a dense ass city is to have the robots decide, hey, what, it'd be funny if we started honking at each other.
He just dumps it like 7 times and he goes to verify dead.
Osborne, I got a unmanned vehicle that was kind of taken off from me. It's a Waymo car.
It's not every day you see a Phoenix police officer pulling over a driverless car.
Hi.
But this happened June 19th after the officer observed a Waymo going haywire in traffic.
I couldn't help but come over just out of morbid curiosity. Yeah. I thought maybe there's a passenger or something. No, like, you know the construction here? Yeah. It was, eastbound in the westbound lanes. Oh. Which is real bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wrong way down the street just because of the construction hazard. Yeah, you won't catch any Tonys in a motherfucking thing like that, dude. Y'all tweaking.
Behaving civilly, erratic driving is not completely out of the question for the artificial intelligence.
I mean, if they're charging like $2 a ride, I guess I'll do it, but I'm not paying like $50 to die, you know?
I think it's comparable to like a Lyft or an Uber, and it's like I'd rather have a driver.
Yeah, or can I at least drive the car? I mean, if I'm like, I do a breathalyzer or something, I don't have to like touch or anything.
No, they make you sit in the back.
Oh, hell no. Give me a helmet, a fucking fireproof
Don't put me in the back unless I want to be in the back.
in the trunk.
Respectfully. Got anything we want to close out with, fellas?
Well, we should definitely chime in, let the people know about Friday. Got that crypto summit coming up. That's huge.
Friday Crypto Summit is huge. Who's going to be there?
So obviously 47 will be there. They say that the heads of crypto enterprise industry will be there. There's obviously going to be probably like senators, maybe some Congress people. It's we're going to have Brad Garlinghouse, Stuart Alderati. That's a given. If they're not
If
there,
you're
that'd be
rocking with the
insane.
Politician Trade Tracker, then you should be watching this event so you can align your portfolio with what these people are investing in.
I mean, it's the U.S. Sovereign wealth fund essentially that will be purchasing crypto.
And if you want some of that sovereign wealth, buy bag, bitch. Straight up. So Friday, big thing. Tuesday, tariffs. That's tomorrow. Ooh, buckle up, Buttercup. Don't liquidate, all right? Just ride it out. If we're down 10, 20% at the end of the month and you want to panic buy, all right? Buy some puts, buy some calls, buy your mom some flowers, fucking, I don't know, buy some gas. Go for a ride. Take a spin on the Cyclone. It's been Tony. It's been the Army. It's been Cameraman. It's been Biscuit News Network. Here for you, feeding you, and making sure you smile all the time and you're happy.